So I just wanted to make a quick video about the Creality K2 Plus because I have had so many issues with it. Well, not too many, but for a printer in this price class, I think it's a lot of issues. And I've only had it for a week, and I've only been able to print for 3 days because of all the issues I've had. And I bought my first printer in 2016, the Creality CR10, and I had several printers after that. And I've had Anycubics, and the last printer I had was the Anycubic Predator, the big Delta printer. I had lots of issues with that. It was a pain in the ass. It was 30% printing, 70% fixing. And so far, that's the same experience I've had with this. When it arrived, the machine wouldn't even work. As soon as I started it, I got an error code. I can even show you maybe my error history. You can see here, I have had lots of error codes on this machine. So it's been a true pain in the ass. When I got it, it turns out, I contacted Creality support, of course, and it turns out I had to unscrew this panel, which has like 12 or 16 screws, and I had to check the connections. The error code said the X motor, stepper motor, not stepper motor, it's a different kind of motor, but the motor had a connection issue. So I unscrewed it, I checked all the cables, could not find anything that was loose. Contacted Creality support again. They told me to recheck. So this time I just went and I just pushed all the connections harder, even though I could not feel anything happen. It did work after I just pushed them in harder. So that solved that problem. But that was 2 days where the printer was not in use because I was waiting for answer from support. And then I actually have one problem still. When you retract your filament, when you're gonna change it, it's supposed to cut the filament. It won't do that anymore. It doesn't do that. The cutting feature has stopped working. Also, this fan on the side here, that's not working. That did not work since I got it. It made a horrible noise. I mean, it's spinning now, but sometimes not, and sometimes it makes just a terrible noise. So I contacted Creality support. They answered me quickly. They're gonna ship me a new one, so that hopefully fixed that. And then today, when I started up the printer as normal, it just went crazy on me. The gantry or the hot end, it went everywhere. It's supposed to just go to home position, but it just slammed to the sides and into the back and front, just made a horrible noise. It went absolutely crazy, and I was about to run and hit the stop button because I thought it was about to destroy itself. And but luckily it stopped, and it stopped up in the corner here, and it would not move. I tried to click that it should go home, and I get a new error message that I have not seen before. I tried to restart it, I get the same error message. I try to just move with these buttons here. It won't move at all. So I turn it off again, and then I just drag it manually away. I restart it, and it moves, but it will not park on the correct place. So when I extruded filament, it just extruded the filament straight onto the build plate. It's supposed to extrude it into the chute there, but it wouldn't do that. So I don't know what happened there, but I restarted again, and I unplugged it, and I left it unplugged for a few minutes. And once I restarted it, it did work again. but it's making a new noise while it's printing. I can't explain it. It's like another noise. So I believe something has happened, but the print looks good. So yeah, a little bit stringing. I'm surprised by that. First time I see stringing on this printer. Yeah, and also another problem I've had is printing ABS. That's kind of the reason why I bought it, so I could print ABS. It absolutely would not print ABS, and I thought that was very strange. The first layer with ABS turned out like trash, absolutely terrible. Several failed print. I'm going to show you. Let's see here. I have several failed early layers. You can see this is one of the first layers with the ABS. Do you see how bad it looks? And then it just stopped printing altogether. It was absolute a nightmare to figure out. I still haven't figured out why that happens, but what I did, because you have on the Creality print, you have the defaults configurations. You can put generic ABS, PATG, and PLA. And I found it strange that the first layer with PLA turned out perfect every time, but ABS was terrible. So I took the generic PLA instead, and I just changed the temperatures for ABS, so the nozzle and the bed temperature. So that's why I have named this generic PLA ABS test. So after I did that, no more issues with the first layer on ABS, luckily. So I think that is more the Creality print maybe that does something strange. I don't know why that happens. But the ABS configuration in here doesn't work. So yeah, so that was a pain in the butt. Other than that, I don't think there is anything. Oh yeah, and the bed, by the way. Do you see that? Doesn't that look crooked? It looks, to me, it looks very crooked, this bed. But I'm not sure if I'm just seeing wrong. I don't think so. I do believe it's crooked. I hope it's not crooked, because I have to print all the parts that I have started to print. I have to reprint them if it's crooked. So I'm gonna find a way to measure that, and then I probably have to contact Creality support once again. Maybe they have to send me a new bed. I don't know. I think it's very strange. So for a printer that I paid $1,800 for, I don't expect these kind of issues. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars on the website I bought it, and I would ship it back if I could. It just, it's so heavy and so big. I had to borrow another car just to get it home. So I'm not gonna bother to send it back. I'm just gonna fix the problems as it comes. Problems I was hoping I would not have with a printer of this price class, you know. So that's my take on the Creality K2 Plus. Maybe it's better to wait a few months to buy it until they have solved some of the issues. I don't know. So yeah.